I think that we already know the answer to that question. The answer is yes, but not really a test, because I've seen a lot of promotional organizations over a long period of time, and Orsat Zoka's organization is one of the finest promoter organizations that I've come across in my time in the sport and entertainment business. And it's very clear to us that Croatia, and certainly the city of Zagreb, who's also been extremely supportive of our being here as well, and we thank them for that, that we'll be coming back to Zagreb and to other parts of Eastern Europe also. Thank you.
Moving on.
Also for Andrew, the uniqueness of bringing cities like Zagreb and the other places you've traveled to for glory to the U.S. television market on Spike, if you could touch on the, bringing that to the American audience and showcasing these cities.
Well, certainly. We heard a lot of people telling us in the beginning that, well, if you're doing an event somewhere else, that means that you're not going to get the same television ratings. This was not our partner. They encouraged us to go and stay international, as we originated internationally before we landed in America. They were very supportive of us doing that. But a lot of people were telling us, well, a television program from Tokyo isn't going to do the ratings that you're going to do if you do something in Chicago. Quantifiably, that is not true. Our highest rated television program to date has been from Tokyo, Japan. So that sort of flies in the face of the thinking behind having to be based in America to do a number. That's really not true. We're doing both. We very much plan on continuing to deliver international events from international global cities, of which Zagreb is certainly one, but at the same time also looking to deliver glory into the United States. A lot of times things start in the United States. It just so happened Glory Sports International started abroad first and worked our way back to America. So we have had a very good start there, working with Viacom and Spike TV. It's been, in a very short period of time, quite a resonant performance by our content on their platform. And we look to continue to deliver both U.S. and North American, South American dates, as well as European and Asian dates.
And how, on the flip side, how has the response been from the shows that European and the Asian and all the global spots have witnessed the American cities?
Well, I think it's just it's sort of confirmation that, dare I say it, that Glory has arrived already after what is a short period of time by any standard. And I think that they've welcomed the broadcasts that they've seen from Tokyo in a pretty strong fashion. They turned out in droves to watch Glory 13 in Tokyo, and we fully expect that that will continue as we deliver this event from Zagreb and our next one after this in Istanbul in April.
And on the main event between Mirko and Remy, putting that together, if you could just is that the matchup you wanted right away to get these two a rematch?
Well, I'm not the expert in talent operations, but I think I am expert enough to know big names and big stars when I see them, and certainly we are fortunate and blessed to have this headline matchup at the top of the card for Glory 14.
Thank you.
Any more questions?
Just one question for Mr. Andrew. Talking, financial-wise, how much it takes for you to produce all the things you produce on a, yearly basis? It is, in fact, a multi-million-dollar business, right?
A lot. Yes, I mean, listen, it's quite. If you've been in the television and the media rights business, in the live events business, it is not an inexpensive exercise to globally platform a sports IP, a league in this case, and that's certainly what we sought out to do, and have started on the road of the plan to deliver what we intended to deliver when we set about doing this, and that is essentially delivering a league, building a sport, building a brand from a sport that's been around for a long time, but that certainly, where North America is concerned, has somewhat lain dormant for quite a while. The rest of the world is, I would say, is more probably more further ahead in their awareness and their knowledge of kickboxing. We're seeking to change that, and the partnership with Spike in America is a large part of catching America up, as it were, with what we've been doing abroad with Glory and the league. But certainly it is capital intensive. We fully expected that that was the case, coming from a fairly significant previous television business experience, shooting and producing television, producing live events with top flight talent, and certainly Glory has the top talent in the kickboxing space, is not an inexpensive exercise. Thank you.
Do we have more questions?
Yeah, I have a final question, which I'll try to ask slowly. For Michael and Remy and Mirko, anyone else who's fought this weekend, we have a tournament. What's different about fighting in a tournament as against fighting a super fight? What's the particular challenges of getting ready for the tournament?
Well, sorry. The tournament is, of course, something different. I mean, if you're in a tournament for, let's say, 8 persons, it's completely different than fighting just a single fight. You have to think about everything what's going to happen during your first, your second, and the third fight. So this is just one fight, one match, and you have to just give everything in the 3 or 4 rounds that you're going to fight. So you can give everything in the whole fight, and in a tournament you have to think about the second fight and the third fight. So it's completely different, and in your preparation is also different. So that's what I basically think about the difference between a tournament and a single fight.
Orsat, imam jedno pitanje.
Orsat, I have a question for you. 8th of March has been for a long time an International Day of Women. Why did you choose this date? Is there a message? Is this a message to the women? Because 8th of March is a holiday for women. I wanted to make this as closest to my birthday as possible. However, the date is just chosen randomly. 2 years ago, we had this at my birthday, and when we were looking at the dates, we saw that this was a free date and we could make it now. So the date, I believe, is a good choice. So I can celebrate the Crow Cup winning and my birthday together.
Any more questions?
Another for Mirko. Remy is saying it was more likely to be his last fight. Have you given any thought to the end of your career yet? Is there a number you'd like to reach, number of fights or number of times out? Or can you explain kind of going forward this late in your career, how do you take each fight and how do you look forward to the future?
Many times I said that I fight each fight separately. Why did I say that each fight can be the last fight? Because this is a very tough sport. We can get injured anytime. Not even the fights are so dangerous, but the preparation periods are very dangerous. We can get injured so easily. And I'm training every day throughout the whole year, and when we start with the last preparation cycle 7 weeks before the fight, this is something that is very intensive, and we have sparrings that are so difficult, and we can get our arms broken. And last year in the finale, I almost broke my leg, and I had various problems in my body, and I had a muscle that was almost broken, and I really couldn't really walk for a month. And after I went for a checkup, I realized that I was late to do an operation. And for example, if I have a very difficult training, I can just do massages and ice therapies and maybe have this treated for a while. However, I will fight until I enjoy it. currently I'm fighting this Saturday. I will give my best. I hope that this will not be my last fight, when I will feel saturated, when I will feel tense, when I will have a training which I can't do. Then I'll start thinking about going away from the scene. When I psychologically will not be prepared to handle this pressure, then I will think about stopping. And because I respect myself, I don't want to do a mediocre job, and I am doing this only because I love this stress. I love the fights. I don't like this type of stress before the fights, but I generally love this sport. And I don't really like these contacts with the media. This is very stressful for me, and sometimes I have 20, 30 interviews, and it makes me very tired. I have a big experience behind me. I have a lot of fights. But when I become saturated, when I had enough, I will know that my time has come and I will stop. And once I get ready to go away, then I will not look for fights. I will just stop. I will just cut it through and make a decision to finish my career.
Thoughts on sharing a card with Mirko in Zagreb as well. Is it important to you? How do you feel about it as an honor? Talk about your reactions to being a part of this card here in your hometown and along with Mirko.
If I understood well, it's a great honor to fight at the same tournament as Mirko. I started training and because of Mirko, and now I'm sitting next to him. This is his conference. I'm doing the same thing as he's doing. I'm going to fight in front of my audience, and this is a great thrill, a great experience. And I do feel some stress. I don't feel stressed because I will get some kicks, but I'm so stressed because the audience could get disappointed, and I do not want that. Honestly, it would be weird to fight in the arena without Mirko. Each and every event in arena was with Mirko, so without Mirko would be weird. I hope that he will keep on fighting for a long time. Without Mirko, we wouldn't have had such a great event here and the full arena like we'll have on Saturday.
I've got a question for the whole panel, but I'll start with Jafar. I know you're slightly biased because you're a friend of his, but Saturday night we've got the World Lightweight Championship fight between Andy Risti and David Kiria, which will crown Glory's first lightweight champion. Any prediction for that fight? What do you think it's going to look like?
It's going to be a great fight, I know that. The two all good fighters. Like David has his good things, Andy Risti has his good things, but I think Risti is too smart for him. But, we will see.
Same question to Michael Dutz.
I think, yeah, Andy Risti, yeah, his knees are great. David is a real fighter, and I think Andy's, is too smart for him, I think, but we will see. A fight is a fight, so
you never know.
We will see Saturday.
Okay, I have two more announcements. Firstly, that we will see Glory 40 middleweight contender tournament on this fight card. So we have 4-man tournament. It's a big deal for Glory. We'll get their contender in 85 kilo division. That's the first thing. And secondly, we have late substitute for Croatia, Teo Mikelic, who jumped into the fight with Murtel Gronhard. This is top 5 fighter in 70 kilo division in the world. And I must say that it was really brave from Teo that he jumped into this match, and congratulations to him. He's coming today to Zagreb, and I think that it's something that you would like to say in your reports. That's it. See you guys tomorrow, same time, same place, but just weigh-ins. It's always interesting. You will see guys square off. So thank you for coming to this press conference. Of course, see you tomorrow and on Saturday. Thank you.